Around I knew all the maths to figure out hard sums. I haven't seen you in weeks, plumbing the same dive bars with the prettiest patrons from the street view car. If you're up and down, if you're down and out, I can be your lifeline, you can throw me out. If your love runs dry, I can go without, but my heart for me, and I'll still sleep with sound. They were tall, but not a word on you, my perfect bloom. Oh, you can take me as you are, going down with you, my perfect bloom. Coming at you, it won't be too long. You know the waiting kills you for the hemlock does. Strangers know who's built to stumble coping for. If you're broken down, if you're rolling out, I'm your frozen sweat, your smirking sense of doubt. Fill the world you spill from teeth, you're numb. Leaking smiles from the gasket slipped around your tongue. They were tall, but not a word on you, my perfect bloom. Oh, you can take me as you are, going down with you, my perfect bloom. I'm afraid I broke a string, and so now I must be leaving. It's a shame we couldn't finish this with some wine some Sunday evening. No, I hope you will remember, oh, to stay just a Monday morning, but don't try this alone. Don't try this alone. I said don't try this alone. First and foremost, don't let it be said, my dear, I was gonna wait for you. So this is not an act of spite, it's a visceral.
My microphone wasn't working. There we go. We're good. Let me turn Will down. Yes, we listen to him in this household. We listen to him in this household. So, apologies. Just leave. Leave if you don't want him. Just go. Shoo. Bye-bye. We don't want you here. Anyway, I'm beating Minecraft 1.1. Never played this version, never beaten the dragon. So, that's what we're doing, is beating Minecraft 1.1. Put that in full screen mode. Press E to open your inventory. No skin, just Steve. Looks like OBS isn't wanting to show my game. I'm moving. My inventory is open. Hello, OBS. Hello. Hello, OBS. Knock, knock. There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. So it looks like we spawned in a spruce biome. Oh, okay, I see the problem. It doesn't want to invert mouse, video settings, GUI scale. So, I guess I can't play on stream in full screen? There we go. I guess I'll just have to do it this way. I guess I just won't play it in full screen. Once again, I've never played this version, never beat the dragon. So if you do stop by, it's something new. Just ignore the music. That's not for you. You'd hate it if I was wearing my birthday present right now. First of all. So I think I'm not one to speedrun, but I do want to beat the game. So I think I'm gonna find a place, get some of this wood and find a place to set up shop for the night as a home base. I hear chicken. I see chicken. Oh, the actual Minecraft music is playing. Well, we're not listening to that right now. We're listening to Will. Well, now we're listening to something else. I need to find like a flat area to set up shop at. Oop. I'm all bundled up because it's like freezing in my room. There's just some snowstorms this past week. My hoodie was supposed to come on Wednesday, this past Wednesday. It did not. Did not come. It just got to Indianapolis today. It was leaving Texas. It was leaving Houston before the storms hit. It just got to Indy today. Or got scanned into Indy today. Let me turn up the Spotify slider a bit. There we go. Turn me up. Oh, seeds! Right, we can start a farm. I was trying to add some mods to this version, but didn't work out. Trying to like add shaders and Optifine, but I don't know how to install Optifine on this version. I don't know how to get it running on this version. So, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up, go to bed, blah, blah, blah. Not directed at chat. Give me your chicken! Ugh, gross chicken texture. Gross chicken texture. Speaking of texture, my webcam texture isn't actually... My camera quality is actually a lot better than what's on stream. I just have it edited to be shit on purpose. Because I want to. I got my digital one, well, my Digicam set up. It's not very digital, it's actually plugged in via analog, but if I use that one, I have to have this light on. You can't see it, but I have to have this light on in my face and it doesn't have a lampshade or anything, it's just a light bulb. And I don't feel like having a bright light in my peripheral vision the whole stream. So I think... And there's also like the border on it, like I can... It's not very nice compared to the Logitech. Like, see, it doesn't even have a signal right now. That's what that blue was. Speaking of blue, perfect blue, perfect blue. I love how it just decided, perfect blue, more will for you. Of course, it was like, you want more? You want more? Like, I specifically started with Around the World and Perfect Blue. Losing Face is just like, hey, do you want Wilbur? And I'm like, sure. Not sure if the people watching this do, but I don't care. Like, if anybody is watching this, if anyone does watch this, yeah. I guess I'll collect some dandelions. Ooh. I might just go live in this cave right here, like, build out of the cave. Well, how many blocks can I build up from? 2? Is this like when I watch people play like beta or alpha? I want to beat the game legit, so that's why I'm playing 1.1. So that I actually can beat the game. Oh, that wasn't supposed to go there. Okay, good, I have the button. I don't know what features are in this version and what's not. Like, obviously I can see that there's only one plank type. Which I'm not used to. I'm used to, I was expecting it to drop spruce. But it did not drop spruce. It dropped oak. I think they're just called planks or wooden planks, right? Yeah, wooden planks. Like, I know the block palette is not really there. Ow! I broke my legs. Oh, I can't... Okay, I can't drag. Door? What? I only get one door? Seriously? I only get... And they don't even stack? I'm used to having double doors. Okay, I guess we will start mining some cobble. Is there anything else I need? Should I make a full set? shovel, and I guess a hoe. I know I probably won't be able to sleep tonight because I don't have wool. Because I need wool to make a bed. I think I'll get half a stack of cobble so I can make new tools and stuff. Okay, I see some iron down there, I think. So I'll make sure to grab that. Oh, what the hell is that texture? Need a furnace to cook. I'll just burn my old pick. Huh? I can't burn the pick? What the hell kind of game is this? Let me get this iron though. Oh, fuck. Shit. I fear zombies. I dropped that iron. It fell down a hole, but I heard zombies. Oh no, not a skelly boy. No, I hate skelly boys. Oh. Skelly boy bad. Skelly boy bad. Skelly boy bad. Skelly boy bad. God, skeletons are my least favorite mob in the game. Oh my, I have not heard this out of I have not heard this, like, that I'm listening to this out of context. I've only heard this song in the context of when I'm at hockey games and one of the people on my team get a penalty. Cook chicken. I guess I'll replant the trees. Grass. I don't need that many seeds to start a farm. Where can I start a farm? This is all like iced over. This isn't a very nice place to start a farm. Not when everything's iced over. Like, how am I supposed to make a farm without water? How do you make a farm without water? Yeah, water, alright. I already know what music I'll be playing when I get to the end. Zombie boy? Come here, zombie boy! Okay, first of all, I don't know where my house went. Uh-oh. I lost my house already. Maybe if I get up here a few blocks higher, I'll be able to see. Where is me house? Creeper! Aw man, so we back in the mine, swinging our pickaxe from side to side, side to side, a grueling, whatever. I forget the lyrics to Revenge. No, Skelly boy. Well, I'm going the right direction because there was some meat there. Not a big fan of all the Skelly boys though. Ow! Ow! I don't like you, Skelly boys. You are my least favorite mob in the game because I can't fight skeletons for shit. What should I make with the... I'll make a pickaxe so that I can get diamonds. 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 I should probably make a chest or something. I'll get some more wood. Wood. Of course, my least favorite type of tree are the trees that I have to do this to get down, which means I have to waste more durability breaking the wood. I did like download a tree chopper mod, but like I said, the mods weren't working. I couldn't get the mods working. I don't really even know how one would go about beating this version of the game, like, properly. Oh no, not more Skelly boys. No, Skelly boy bad. Skelly boy bad. I might as well dig through this gravel until I get flint. That's something that I can do, right? Oh yeah. Oh! Shut up, zombie boy. I'm gonna put a pickaxe through your teeth. I'm gonna put a pickaxe through your teeth, zombie boy. How? Yeah, I'm on a heart and a half. I need chicken. I need chicken. Buck. Oh my god, I can't eat the chicken because I should be able to eat it to heal, right? Why can't I? How come I can't? I know my hunger bar is full, but you should be able to eat it to heal because of the saturation. I know I don't have apple skin, but... So what? Do I just have to wait until the hunger bar goes down until I can eat it? Wow. That's a bit annoying, but that is like learning a new version of the game for me. Oh, flint. Another flint. I don't know what I can use that for. Flint and steel. Flint and steel. That's what I can use it for. I guess I might as well make a flint and steel. Make some arrows. Uh-oh, how do I make arrows? Oh, I know how to make arrows. Like, how to craft arrows. How to craft arrows, Minecraft. Okay, I was doing it the wrong way. You do it that way. There we go. That says live. So we good. I need some more sticks. So I'll make some more sticks. How to make bow? How to make bow. 3 sticks and 3 strings. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm looking at the crafting recipe now. I see how to make it. Like I said, it's like playing a new version of the game. I've never played this version before. Hi, spider. I don't have my sword out, so wooden sword it is. I guess I could get I can afford to get the XP, I guess. Fuck! What the hell? God damn it. Hey, that's why we're not on hardcore. Where was I? Was I down here? I think I was down here, wasn't I? Yep. Usually I turn off usually I turn it on peaceful when I'm just doing stuff, because it's Minecraft and I can play it however I want. Where's my chicken? My freshly cooked chicken? My food? Hello? Where did my food go? Is it up here somewhere? No? Do I just have to go kill more I don't know if there's some XP down there, but I'm not going down there. I'll just go down here and get the coal, because that way I can make torches. Because the brightness in this game is not very good. Like, I usually play with full bright. I'm really lacking the luxury of modern versions here, huh? But guess what? This isn't supposed to be a long-term world anyway. And of course I don't have wood. I swear I had some wood on me too. I don't know where the chicken went. That's my question. I had like 6 pieces of chicken that I couldn't eat. So I guess half my stuff is gone, first of all. My iron pick is gone. Yeah, you can stay inside the house, dude. So that, you know, all the time that iron that I just grabbed was no use, I guess. I thought everything was like, I know there's like a creeper right there, but I thought everything was supposed to like stay. Or is that TNT with the 100% drop rate? I forget. Something like that. Come on out, zombie boy. Just don't chase after me. Enjoy the weather. There's winter storms happening. Ugh. Okay, fine. That took a lot of hits. I couldn't combat, like, I couldn't crit him because that doesn't exist in this version, I don't think. That's like 1.8, 1.9 combat update. One of the two. I always forget which one was the combat update. It was 1.9 was the combat update, right? Okay, now that I have torches, I will be able to light up the caves. Creeper! Aw, man. I wish there was a way to turn off mob griefing, so I'll just go this way. Hi, zombie boy. Like, how are you even supposed to kill creepers anyway? Like, I've always struggled with them. Oh, there's some more iron right there. I'll just grab that. I know I'm not deep enough for diamonds. Like, I will be surprised if I come across diamonds anytime soon. Like, this early in. Fuck! Oh. I'm a big creeper hater. I don't know which ones I hate more, creepers or skeleboys. I guess I'll go out and look for more chickens. Let me mark my cords down first. Like, where am I? Where's home? Home is main character syndrome. 22265 negative 220. Oh. Somehow I just took a screenshot there. Shut up! I'm streaming! Oh, if I walk into here, it's rain, and there it's... Okay, I need to find more chickens because I killed all the chickens in this area. And I kinda need the food. Like, no offense, guys, but I lost all my food and it's too cold to make a farm. I hear Enderman noises, and normally I'd be scared. But there's no reason for me to be scared. Maybe some cows or pigs could spawn. I don't even know if it's becoming day or night right now. Days on tragic, missed appointments, smiles with only half his face. It's not a problem, it's his niche, it's classic signaling theory. It's every step he takes, the sixth aspirations on his sleeve, socially. Oh, there's actual roses in this version. How long have I been live for? Oh, I could get a disc right now. Well, if you shoot the creeper instead of me. Shoot the creeper instead of me. Okay, or just both try and kill me. That's lovely. Oh, there's some sheepies, so I can make myself a bed. Yeah, shut up. Oh, I'm gonna die again. Okay, I have 2 kinds of wool. I need to make it home because I don't have food. And I don't want to die in the middle of nowhere. I might just make a bed and sleep here. I don't think mutton exists in this version. Like, I can't even do anything. 1 hit and I'm dead. 1 hit and I'm fucking dead. I'm dead in 1 hit. Like, I can just be punched and die. See? How long have I been? Only 45 minutes, God. How do you even beat this? How do you even stay alive in this version of the game? There's no cows that I've seen, so I can't even get leather armor. Every time I mine iron, I die, so I can't even put iron armor on. The amount that I had originally before I died the first time, I didn't even have I was 1 short of a pair. No, I wasn't. I made a pickaxe and Can it stop raining, first of all? I have to get used to streaming again anyway, so I'm probably gonna call it quits in about an hour or so. Not an hour, 15 minutes or so. And we'll come back to it tomorrow, maybe. I might as well keep it on normal. I feel like it... Because I want to complete it as, like, legit as I can. That's kind of like my goal, is to play the game as legitimately as possible. So I guess I'll just make more wooden tools then. And I'll just go for as long as I can. Why the hell's got... I don't even like Drake. I don't even know if Drake is a problematic artist, but that doesn't stop people Anyway, regardless, I just don't like them. I don't like rap. I just kind of threw a bunch of songs on this playlist. Like, the only other one that it's played that I actually know and like was Losing Face. And, like, if anybody who is a Minecraft regular who comes into this chat and sees me listening to that's not gonna end well for anybody. Because they need a villain. My villain is the government. I don't need, my comfort YouTuber / musician to be the villain of my story. Tommy, are we the bad guys? Yeah, Will, you're the bad guy, alright. I might skip this. Sorry, Drake. I don't care about you. Bye, Drake. Bye, Drake. But not Drake May. This has Tommy. Goodbye. Sorry. Yeah, this right here is fine. Like, anyway, what was I doing? I was watching TikTok, as per usual, because I don't have anything better to do with my life. I was watching TikTok, and someone was talking about how Dream SMP had an impact on them, and that included... The lightning scared me. I think I'm just gonna hide in my house so the Skelepoids aren't shooting at me. I didn't even get to put anything in the chest. But anyway, I was watching a TikTok and this person is talking about how Dream SMP had an impact on them, and that included Will. As with most people, he's had an impact on me. My aesthetic is kind of ripped from his Windows 95 aesthetic, and my camera quality, it's actually not a bad camera. It's a brand new Logitech Brio. I don't know the exact like resolution or quality that it is, but it's better than my old one. That's for sure. Like it's a lot better than my old webcam that I still have hooked up here. It says HD 1080p, but it's, I think, just a knockoff. We're gonna pause this. I don't want to listen to all the thunder and lightning. While I talk. Well, if I keep the game playing, the storm will pass. That Skelepoid's just standing right outside my window, ready to shoot me. He can stand there all he wants, I don't care. I'll just wait for it to stop snowing, thundering, whatever, while I talk. While I wait for it to turn to day. But anyway, this video, this person is talking about how Will has had an impact on them. Very, that's normal, I'd say. A lot of people, myself included, did and still do look up to him. Even though, as like most people, he's very flawed, right? Like, everybody has their flaws. Like, I hate to say it, but like, Minecraft YouTubers aren't saints. YouTubers aren't saints. Streamers aren't saints. Musicians aren't saints. How did a creeper get inside of my house and leave me on 1 heart again? With no food, because I die every time I get my hands on food. Let me just put this stuff in the chest, then, so that it's actually safe. I'll go stand by well, there's a creeper over there. Where's a torch that I can stand by? I'll stand here next to the gravel. But they were talking about how Will had an impact on them. And that's something I relate to. He got new glasses, and I hate them. These ones are very much based on the pair he's had previously over the past year or two. New prescription, I guess. As someone who also wears glasses, I know that I don't have to get my prescription updated for another 2 years until the end of, I don't think until like the end of this year, beginning of next year. I don't think. But anyway, I keep getting distracted and killed and stuff. But essentially, they're talking about how Will had an impact, well, how the Dream SMP had an impact on them, and that included Will. Because, of course, like, he was and still is one of my biggest inspirations, aesthetic-wise, and, like, content-wise. Like I was saying, I have more of an XP aesthetic than his 98 aesthetic. And my camera quality being purposely messed up is kind of like the most recent Lovejoy Act video, which is their tour vlog from this past tour they did. And I actually happened to get to go to a show. I got to go to my first Lovejoy gig. Took me long enough, but I did it. I got to go. And their like vlog they made of it, their long form vlog they made of the concert, which didn't have any clips from the one that I went to. I was kind of pissed off about that, but not much I can do about it. I'm not Elodie. I don't get to pick and choose what goes in the video. But yeah. But anyway, cut to the chase. Anyway, they were saying how they basically said how did we not notice, or something stupid like that. Where if you were to ask what my immediate reaction, not death. Well, yes, death. This was my immediate reaction. That perfect, like, was that creep or a paid actor? That was my reaction. I reacted in a way that was like, not, what were the signs? I reacted in a way that was like, how could he do this? He wouldn't. You know, I didn't go to persecuting him. I didn't want to, because honestly, I related to all his friends, like, jumping on him like that, because I've gone through similar shit myself. I've never been allowed to see myself as a victim. Like, I had this one friend, she was not a pleasant person, but we were friends for a while, and, right, I actually learned that she was the one doing this, but she said I was victimizing myself, or I was victim blaming, or, you know, something stupid like that. Turns out, years later, I found out that she was the one doing that, and it sucks, because I internalized that, and I still do, to the point that, oh, I'm not allowed to be upset at people, oh, I'm not allowed to be a victim, oh, I'm not allowed to acknowledge that people hurt me, or, you know, all this horrible stuff, honestly. So obviously, because of that, I related a lot more to Will's side of the story. And even, like, Ash recently made some comments about it, clearing it up and whatnot, kind of, like, honestly, if I didn't already make up my mind into, like, being like, wait, I don't have to hate him. You know, once I gained consciousness and got out of that conditioning. Look back at my old streams. If you see this, if still I haven't had any viewers, but if you were to see this, go to my page and watch my old VODs. And just listen to the way that I talk. Just listen to the way that I talk. You can tell I was not right in the head. Not saying I've ever been right in the head, or I'm right in the head now. Of course not. Have you visited Earth? Hello? Yeah, nobody's in their right mind on this planet. I can say that much for certain. But yeah, you know, it was just like how people went immediately to persecuting him, when I wanted to sit and be like, wait, Will wouldn't do that. From like the years that I watched him, but I also like see him, or like used to, it varies. I see him as like a familial figure, like an older brother almost, like how Tommy used to. Except that never stopped. I still am attached to him familially, and not in a parasocial way. Like, I know he's not actually my brother, and, you know, I try and be, like, mentally incorrect about it. I, like, not parasocial, because, yeah, I think parasocial relationships messed up a lot of things, both good and bad. Me on, like, the term that because of how people were so parasocial that they thought he could do no wrong and that he was a saint, and just their reactions to that affected me, like, really, really badly. Like it was like, oh, one day, haha, like the song, one day, he's my comfort CC / musician. The next, okay, you're not allowed to like him anymore. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean I'm not allowed to like him anymore? And I'm someone who can't just stop. I can't just sever attachments like that. Even with my ex-friends, despite the fact they hurt me, it literally took me years to get over them. So it's not something that I can just switch. It's not like when I joined the Dream SMP fandom. It's not like I joined the fandom, lined every CC up against a wall, pointed out Will, and I'm like, that's the one I want to be fixated on for the rest of my life. That's the one who's going to be my favorite. Like, no, I didn't make that decision. My brain did. I'm not the one who I didn't just decide that I was going to be fixated on him for going on 6 years. Like, I didn't make that decision. And people were, like, awful. They'd tell me to, like, get over it, and I was like, bro, if I could have gotten over it, I should. Like, that's why I keep the VODs up. Because I want people to see that I was suffering. That it made me suffer. It was worse for me mentally to pretend to hate him than it was to be like, hey, he might not be as bad as they say. But anyway, like, cause Dream faces a lot of that same shit too, which I like. The thing about Dream is I wouldn't be a fan of Will without Tommy. I wouldn't have been a fan of Tommy without the Dream SMP. I wouldn't have been a fan of the Dream SMP without the first Saddest Animatic. I wouldn't have watched the first Saddest Animatic if I didn't already watch Dream and George. And I wouldn't have watched Dream and George if I didn't watch Dan TDM and Stampy as a kid. You know, it's like a chain reaction domino effect. Pretty much. So like, I was a fan of Dream and George. I wasn't like a hardcore DNF shipper or anything like that. Like, my favorite ship, like my favorite in-character / MCYT ship. Oh, so you're just not gonna give me any meat? Aren't they supposed to drop pork? So what was the point of killing that pig? Anyway, like, it's not like I decided to dislike Dream or George or anything. I just kind of grew away from his videos. I like the Minecraft butt videos, which was popularized by Will, by the way. He started Minecraft Butt with Shalat and whatnot. So I really like Dream and George's Minecraft butt video. I actually watched one recently on George's channel where Dream was a happy gast. And I actually watched one of their recent streams because it was on YouTube. I don't know if, like, George multi-streams to Twitch and YouTube, but in Will's own words, pretty much, Twitch is on fire, Twitch sucks, yada yada. That's why I'm not on Twitch anymore, and I also just don't like the culture on there anymore. It's not very friendly to people like me, who still like problematic CCs. The thing is, I don't see them as problematic. Like, I don't see the point in caring that much. Which is probably why I'm on so many people's shit lists about it. Because I just don't care about CC drama. I never have. I've always hated it ever since I first joined the fandom. I've always hated it since day one. And I never thought it was gonna hit me like that, you know, with Will. And it kind of put me into a state of lockdown, almost. Like, I just, like I said, just look at my old VODs. I wasn't right, you know? I wasn't in a good headspace. I just, the way I talk about him, I never directly, like, villainized him, because I knew that that's not something I was comfortable doing. Especially with all the time that I put into watching him. And I valued that. I really did. I was like, did all those years of me watching him mean nothing all of a sudden? No, they made me... I wouldn't be who I am today without him, you know? And that's just a fact. That I wouldn't be the person I am today if it weren't for Dream SMP, if it weren't for Will. But anyway, talking about back to Dream, because after I got into Dream SMP and I started watching Tommy and by extension Will, I got like more aligned to SBI than Dream Team, which that's probably the thing that messed me up the most in the long run, is watching my comfort family like fracture in front of my eyes. That was probably the worst part of it. I was just watching everything fall apart in front of me. So that was one thing. And then, like I was saying about, I might just restart a new world. I don't want to, why am I in a snow biome? I want a regular world. Yeah, let's start over. Don't be in a... There we go. I'm not in a snow biome this time. You know what? I'm gonna... Oh, is that a village? Oh yeah, that's a village. But I kind of grew away from watching Dream just naturally because of me watching SBI. And obviously, like, his character on the Dream SMP had a bit of an impact to how I saw him. And everybody was like, oh, we don't like Dream anymore. And I was like, okay, I guess I don't like Dream anymore. Like, because I wasn't attached to him like that. I didn't really have... Hi, Dr. Treoris. I just didn't have a reason to care. So I just decided to stop watching Dream on my own, not because I was told to, like I was with Will. I just kind of gravitated away from him. Also because he quit doing Minecraft Butt and just started doing Manhunt, and I don't really care. Blacksmith! Blacksmith! Hopefully there's some diamonds. I love blacksmith, always good. Blacksmith good. Blacksmith good. I hate how everything's, like, elevated so the villagers can't even get to their houses. Like, this guy is probably trying to get into his house, and he can't. I'll help you, buddy. There you go. You can get up there now. I think they can do that. Look at the diamond! And some booties. Oh, so I can't right-click to put them on. So anyway, I just gravitated away from Will. Not Will. Definitely not Will. I gravitated away from Dream, kind of on my own. And obviously once I saw people putting him on DNI lists, I was like, okay, what, I guess I'm not a Dream fan anymore. So I just kind of moved past Dream naturally. But now I kind of feel a lot more comfortable watching him again. But that also causes its own problems, because that means I'm not just on one DNI, I'm on like 2 or 3 DNIs if you count Dream and Dream Team as separate. If you want to know who my favorite is, it's George, by the way. I mainly just watch for George. Like, the video and the stream that I watched were on George's channel. So, like... So, if that tells you anything, I'm a George fan more than a Dream fan. But anyway, when I was watching, I basically, I was anxious as hell. Like, I was really, really anxious. Because I kind of have... Like, I have this mentality that if the Dream SMP, like, if the MCYT fandom doesn't want me, because I don't hate Will or Dream, like, the thing that I don't get, and you can't tell me I'm wrong, because this is fact, is... You can't just, like, erase them. The Dream who made the... Like, if you're rewriting the story without the bad people, who made the server? Who hurt... Like, who's the villain to L'Manberg, if not Dream? Who founded L'Manberg, if not Will? You know, those like, I don't want to sound, like, pretentious, or like I'm glazing, like, Dream and Will on purpose. I am. Will especially. Because he didn't sell out. Like, everybody else sold out. Like, I can't even... Like, I don't even understand the appeal to, like, Tommy's content anymore. And it's allowed me to think a lot that I only liked it because Will was there. I only stuck around because Will was there. And that, I think, even adds on to... What was it? In the back end of 2022, he actually... I think it was Lovejoy related, I don't remember, but for whatever reason I had just stopped watching everybody because he wasn't streaming. And I was also in the process of moving, so I just wasn't able to really watch streams like that as much. So I kinda just stopped watching for a few months, and then I came back at the start of 2023 to watch, I came back, and that's about the time that QSMP started. So I came back, and QSMP was starting right around that time. And obviously Will was invited to QSP. He could barely log on. He only streamed on there like 10 times, but like, going off of, like, the other, like, things that I've heard and things I've learned, he could have said no. He could have declined the invitation to the server, and he didn't. Like, he still decided to be a part of it. I have my whole rewrite to, like, his QSMP lore to where it actually, like, makes logical sense and fills in the gaps of his absences. Which, if I ever do streams or videos talking about my rewrite, like, that's when I'll get into it. But it is something, because I'm following this, I don't know exactly what her, like, name is, but she does, like, Has Been Hotel and Helluva Boss redesigns, and has her own overhaul of it that she's working on. Not just the reimaginings and redesigns, but, like, a whole, like, rewritten story for it, which I find really, really cool, and want to do something I wanted to do something like that with Dream SMP and QSMP to like clear up the gaps that of lore that could be handled better. Also, I've renamed all, I didn't remove any characters, but I renamed all of them to separate them from their CC counterparts. Because at the end of the day, the CCs are kind of like actors. And speaking of that, one piece of advice that Will said on stream, like years and years ago, that I take to heart every so often when I revisit it, is that piece of advice was to be honest with what you're doing content-wise. Because someone had asked him, like, I think he was doing a Q&A stream, and someone had asked him, like, hey, Will, do you have any advice for, like, new YouTubers or new streamers or whatever? And why? I don't want to listen to Drake. And that was one of the pieces of advice that he gave, was to be honest and be genuine. And the example he gave was, if you're doing it for money and fame, say that you're doing it for money and fame. You know, don't lead your audience on or mislead them or what have, like, it was a good piece of advice, and it's something that I've taken to heart. Oh yeah, I forgot what I was going to say about that one person saying, how did we not notice this? Have you look at the track list to Wake Up and It's Over, and there's this song called, it's called Consequences, and the main chorus goes, what's this, the consequences of my actions now? And there's also Scum, where that one actually says the line, I'm scum, I'm waste, I'm what you want. So I don't know what you're on about, of how you didn't notice sooner, or the fact that he's bit Tommy and James on camera. What do you mean you didn't notice sooner? Like, I'm not saying that to be mean or like start drama. It's just fact. Like, I'm saying that as someone who still supports him, you know? But I'm also the type of person who'll get like who'll poke those buttons, you know? I know I've learned how to poke people's buttons and jab at people. Like, even Will himself kind of has done it in his own way. Ooh, pumpkins over there. With the opening line to Come and Touch. It's actually in my Discord. It's in my Discord bio right now, where the opening line to Come and Touch is talking underhand on her favorite band she pretended to like before leaving. And when I heard when it came out, as it was the third single before the album came out, and I listened to that and I was like, clock 'em, Will, clock 'em. 'Cause that's how it was. Is they glazed him, they loved him. I never saw anybody hate on him at all, ever. And then all of a sudden, everybody hates him. Like, in the course of like a day. And it was just an awful, it shouldn't have, first of all, it shouldn't have been handled that way. Because, like, obviously, like, Will and like, they're both, like, MCYTs, or, well, Will's beyond being an MCYT, but I still consider him one in, like, the past tense. Obviously, because he was one, but that wasn't all he was. Like, when I was introduced to him, it was already after, it was before your new boyfriend came out, but like after I'm in love with a new girl, internet ruined me, and your city gave me asthma. So why are there so many Skelly boys? So like I was introduced to him as a musician, if that makes sense. Like, not just as an MCYT, but as a musician as well. So that kind of like shift from those two periods of time, it made a lot of sense to me. I do recall that early on, though, about 2022, 2023, when he was going on, when he did more tours and streams, because 2023 he kind of took a backseat from content creation and mainly went on tour. Like I have no issues saying that 2023 was like his and the band's peak. And at the time, I thought it was only getting better from there. Like, QSMP was popping off. Oh, how I love QSMP. I don't like how it was handled towards the end, and like the treatment towards the admins, but I love the CCs on it. Even the ones that I don't like anymore. Like, the main person I watched on it, I literally can't stand anymore. If that tells you anything. I can't stand the main person I watched on there, to the point that if I were ever to rewatch QSMP again, it would be on like the specific days that he isn't even online. It's that bad. Like, I was talking about how I got really uncomfortable seeing Tommy in an Ash vlog. And this particular vlog had more Tommy content than like Wilbur band content. And I was talking about how it made me uncomfortable, because of course it would. If like Ash literally said, everybody in his personal life knows, then why the hell would Tommy like turn on him to save face? So it just makes me feel gross watching them interact with each other in those like more intimate type of videos that you'd get with those vlogs. It genuinely disgusts me, especially when you take into account they literally streamed a month before Will got canceled. It disgusts me how he was treated, just like the way he may have treated other people disgusts other people. Like we all have our own opinions on it, so why argue about it, you know? There's no point in arguing about it. We're never gonna get the full story. Just like what Ash said, move on. But like one of the things that he said, because someone had made a reaction video to OST, the Lovejoy album, and Ash came into the comments and complimented the person for, complimented them for giving the album a chance and reacting, and just being a good sport about it. Am I gonna have to dig myself into a hole here? I might have to block. Oh, fuck, of course. We'll just stay at the village, I guess. But there's no sheep around. There wasn't any trees. I couldn't make a bed. But what was I saying? That I forgot what I was saying. That's bad. That's bad. Oh, I remember that, if I hadn't already made up my mind about it all and come to my own terms with it, like I was genuine. Ash was like commenting on this video that someone reacted to OST, and was saying how it was nice for the band to get attention after the controversy, and people just started like fighting underneath, calling him like harsh and shit because of like what he was saying. But as someone in a similar position who is also tired of all the BS, like, I'm just trying to enjoy my favorite YouTuber, my favorite band, you know, like, what's wrong with enjoying my favorite artist? Why are there so many mobs? What's wrong with this game? I'm just gonna go hide in, like, the blacksmith or something, because why is this game crawling with mobs? Is that normal for these older versions? But the second comment he made after that, like, bro was commenting these in the middle of the night, by the way. And the second one he said, it literally opens with, if I had any reason to believe the allegations are true, I would have left the band, like, 2 years ago. I think that's what he said word for word, but that's pretty much what he said. And I was just sat there in shock, because to me, that counts as evidence enough. To me personally, that counts as evidence enough. If I didn't already make up my mind about, you know, Will and my thoughts, like, if you want to know my thoughts, I'm still a fan of his, but I think they were both bad and not good for each other. I have my own takes on it, but I'm not gonna deal with sharing them because it's unnecessary. And I don't want to start shit, because the last time I tried streaming anything related to him, people came into my comments and were not nice about it. They were not nice about it at all whatsoever. So, yeah. But anyway, him saying that was proof enough for me. I don't know if it's because I'm open-minded, if it's because I didn't want to hate him anyway. I don't know what it was. How can he be any more clear is what I'm asking, you know? People just want proof this, proof that. You're literally hearing words from one of his closest friends out of his own mouth. What more do you want, you know? Like, seeing that, if I didn't make up my mind, that would have made me drop everything and go right back to supporting the band. Like, call me a abuse supporter all you want. I'm serious when I say that, because I thought it was a bunch of BS all the whole time. That doesn't mean I'm correct in that. That doesn't mean everybody else is wrong or whatever. Like, 'cause my problem isn't with the people who turned on him and stopped supporting him, because I stopped supporting most of the CCs. I don't support Tommy in any means. Like, I don't like how he uses, like, his, as someone who really related to, like, his Square videos coming back after leaving the fandom because of the Will stuff. I really related to him, but seeing him, like, use that to profit off of is another thing that disgusts me. Because I don't, as someone who did go through a severe depression during that period of time, I don't think people should be profiting off mental illness, you know? That's not right, and his fans don't hold him accountable. But no, everybody hates Will. So, like, everybody holds Will accountable, but nobody else, except, like, Dream. Because they're that desperate for a villain, a scapegoat for their sad, sorry lives. Like, shut up! Shut up! But, anyway. But I don't know if it's because I have a different type of I don't villainize those guys. I villainize the government, you know? I'm taking it off Techno's book. And the way that people are like, Techno didn't have to see all his friends earned up at... Stop putting words into a dead man's mouth! Stop putting words into a dead man's mouth! Like, God, these people are so brain dead, and I don't know if it's because I've matured or I've always been more mature compared to the people around me. Even when I was younger, I always felt more mature than the people around me, because I'll be 20 in a few days. Like, I'm closest in age to Tommy. Like, he's only 2 years older than me, which isn't like that much of a difference, I don't think. But I feel like I'm more mature than he is, you know? That's not saying I think he's bad. Yeah, a lot of the things I've been saying may make it seem like I don't like him. It's not that. If it weren't for, like, how he's gone about himself ever since Will was out of the picture, I'd still like him. I would have, you know, like, why do you think I went and used him to fall back on when I came back to the fandom? The only reason I stopped was because of the This Is the Internet Dream SMP musical, the video, where he started taking Will's name out of pocket and shit, and, like, get that man's name out of your mouth. Like, it's not his business to talk about, you know? And like, unfortunately, you have people like Jack and Harry who are enabling that behavior, like, and like, I wanted to like Harry too. Like, when they joined Tubbo's server, The Realm, together, I watched that. I was excited. I was ready to watch them on that server and enjoy my time watching it. And I liked it enough. I liked Harry enough that I wanted to join his Discord to get updates when he streamed. Whether that was on The Realm or something else. I felt that, you know, hey, he's one of Tommy's friends, so he must be cool, right? So I joined his Discord, and at this time it was still when I was very slowly reintroducing myself back into, like, the Will and Lovejoy space. Because I even had to, like, you see those comments where people are like, I flinched like an abused child. Will was a trigger for me for a while because of the allegations and shit. But, so, like, I literally had to reteach myself how to feel comfortable around him again. So at this point, it was like in this weird phase where I was downloading the songs to listen to locally, but wasn't really using Spotify guilt-free as much. Like, I kind of had to, like, it was a slow process coming back, I guess. Learning that it was safe, learning that it's unsafe now, and just having to deal with it. But like, I wanted to join his Discord and get updates. I think at the time I had, like, a somewhat Will or Lovejoy related profile, so I have Nitro, so I before I even spoke, like, right when I joined the server, I made sure to change my profile to something that wasn't problematic, and, you know, made sure that I was okay. So I start yapping in general, just chilling, and take note, I am listening to Lovejoy at this time. It's specific, I remember it specifically being a Wake Up and It's Over song. I don't remember which one, but I remember specifically it was a song from Wake Up and It's Over, because this was, like, before, I think even before, like, With Rob As My Witness came out. I think the only new one out at the time was I'll Look Good When I'm Sober, which I didn't even listen to until months after it came out, just because it was released in the middle of 2024. So I, was listening to Will on my local files through Samsung Music, right? So they wouldn't have been able to see what I was looking at, or what I was listening to. Like, they wouldn't have been able to see that. And so I'm just yapping, I'm talking in the server, and someone pings me and is like, interesting Spotify. And I'm like, oh, ignore that, my family uses it sometimes, not like often, but sometimes my dad has like taken over my Spotify on the TV, and sometimes just so it's like, that's fine. That's just my family. Don't worry about it. And then they literally start sending screen. It's the playlist I'm playing right now, actually, that they targeted. And they like went into this playlist, which is the title of the playlist is 2020's Dream SMP Core. So why wouldn't Lovejoy be on it? Like, they're like, Are You Alright in Pebble Brain? Why wouldn't they be on here? First of all, because Will's very important to that period of time. You know, he's Ardal Manberg, yada yada. Yeah, we know. We know all about him, right? But basically they start posting screenshots of the playlist in chat and being like, these songs were added recently, and it made me start crying. And take note, I was like 18, maybe almost 19 at the time. And I don't know how old the people in chat were, but probably younger than me. Based on the people that I see around in the community anyway. I very rarely see people my age now. Back in the day, yeah, I saw a lot of people in my age range. Like, the age that I was at the time, which was 14 to 17. But it wasn't until, like, now, I feel like old. I feel old now in the fandom. I have a lot of takes on the fandom and things that I don't like, but that's not my position to talk about right now. I don't feel like talking about it right now. But anyway, like, I just joined Harry's Discord because I was interested in wanting to watch him. Like, maybe he'll be someone fun I can watch because I can't watch Will anymore. You know, like, the logic was simple, but then after that, I was like, oh, so I guess I can't watch Harry, I guess. And so it wasn't a fun time. So I left, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not supporting these people anymore. Even though I did want to. I wanted to watch them. I even held out after Will was canceled. I still kept, like, him being canceled also, like, overlapped with, like, the QSMP admin drama. So I had to deal with, like, both of those things at once. So they kind of, like, blur together in my brain. I can't I can't separate them from each other. Which honestly kind of, like, helps. Like, because, like, it allows me to, like, very much, like, QSMP, like, died with him in a way. I have my own, like, explanation for that in my rewrite, because, like, it's literally canon that the Federation is, like, funded by the Lovejoy money. So, in my rewrite, the island shuts down because the Federation lost all the Lovejoy money. I can't wait. I only have, like, little bits and pieces, but I want to start, like, with each character. But I want to start with, like, in order. Like, I want to start with Dream. But I don't have a lot to say about Dream. I haven't worked out his character in the way I've worked out. Because my brain is SBI-centric. But anyway, those two things happened around the same time. So it was a bit rough being a QSNP fan at that time. Like, honestly. Because Will getting canceled for one, and then the admin stuff for two. But I did try and hold out. I was filming, so I held out and tried to watch him, but it just felt bad. It felt empty in a way, and not just because the eggs were gone, because all the other times the eggs disappeared, I was still able to just sit there and watch through those streams where they weren't there. So it wasn't because the eggs were gone. It was because without Will, it felt, even though he didn't barely log on, it probably, to me personally, it felt worse than techno dying. It felt, I can't really describe how it felt, but I didn't want to be there anymore, and after probably about March, April is when I decided that I couldn't watch anymore, and that's when I left. And that's when my whole thing with, like, avoiding Will and Lovejoy even got to a point where if I could trace something back to him, like, for example, one time I was sat watching Family Guy, and in one episode, Peter and Lois are starting, like, a cookie shop or something, and they're my glasses are hurting, so I'm taking them off. So, like, Quagmire, they're doing bad on business, right? And so Quagmire gives them a suggestion, right? And he says, "Sex Sells," which is a Lovejoy song. And I just started screaming at the TV. I was like, "Quagmire, you can't say that! You can't say that, Quagmire! You're not allowed to say that! No, you're not allowed to say that, Quagmire! That's bad! That's bad! You're not allowed to talk about that! No, that's bad! You can't talk about that!" Similar reasons as to why I stopped watching The Simpsons. Literally because of the character Reverend Lovejoy. Timothy Lovejoy is why I stopped watching The Simpsons. What else? I went to, like, I went to, like, extremes. Like, I was excessive with it. Like, I was incredibly excessive with, how I didn't want anything to do with Will or the band or anything. I was like, well, can't watch Meet the Robinsons anymore. Well, can't read Charlotte's Web anymore. Well, can't watch The Simpsons anymore. You know, all this, like, stupid shit that I was, like, conditioned and brainwashed to think. Like, it wasn't fun. So when I see people on TikTok, like, I can usually tell who's a fan and who's not based on their song choice. Because fans, people who still like the band and support them, when they make their, like, lip syncing videos, they'll use the songs from OST, right? They'll use, like, newer songs. Oh my god, there's zombies on the building. I don't have Optifine Zoom, but look, there's zombies on the building. Like, the people who are still fans, when they make those lip syncing videos, they'll use, like, the newer songs, right? And then you see people who are sad and be like, "Oh, I don't support Will," or "Wilbur's disgusting and I hate him." Then why are you using... And those people always use older songs. Like, they're usually using, like, Perfume, or It's All Futile, It's All Pointless, or Sex Sells, or One Day, or some shit like that, right? Like, only Are You Alright and Pebble Brain. And not even Wake Up and It's Over. Like, I never see any love for Wake Up and It's Over, normal people things, or I'll Look Good and I'm Sober anymore. It's either just Are You Alright and Pebble Brain or OST. Like, did we just forget about the stuff that came in between? Anyway, so that's a good way to tell. And or just by reading the caption if it's an older song, because people who are still fans will use the older songs too, so it just depends on the caption and whatnot. But it does piss me off, because if that were me posting that, I wouldn't, like, I was so averse, I took it so seriously that I wouldn't even think about doing that. I blocked the band on Spotify, but I'd still use YouTube Music sometimes, and you can't block artists on YouTube Music. So anytime a Lovejoy song played, I would panic. If it was here when I was sat at my computer, I would literally press, like, I wouldn't even skip it. I would just shut the computer down if like Perfume or Portrait of a Blank Slate played, or something like that. Like I took it excessively as someone who didn't even want to hate him in the first place. And I took it like extremely seriously. That so when I see people who claim to hate him still interacting and like using his songs, it pisses me off, because I thought the whole point was to not give him a platform. Because like using the songs is promotion. If you're using the song in your TikTok, you're giving him exposure, which is promotion. I thought that was the one thing that we weren't supposed to do. I thought we weren't supposed to give him promotion anymore. Like, if you don't support him, why are you still talking about him? If you don't support him? Like, they're stupid is what they are. Like, Ash didn't say that, but I have no problem saying that they're no, I'm not talking about the people who just decided to stop supporting him because it went against their personal values and moved on with their life. That's different. I'm talking about the people who, like, consistently say that they hate him or are disgusted by him and still, like, talk about him. As someone who went through such, like, serious depression, like I said, just watch my old VODs, like, such serious depression to the point I felt constant guilt, genuinely hated myself, like, it wasn't a good time. And those people would say that's deserved, or, oh, get over it. Like, wouldn't you be upset too if one day you woke up and you couldn't interact or talk about, like, especially as someone like me who is neurodivergent, and I've been a fan of Will so extremely since 2020, which has outlasted any other thing I've called a special interest. I don't know how else to break it to you. Like, one of the first things I was looking up was, after the news, was how to get rid of special interest immediately. Like, I was genuinely committed to, like, erasing that man from my life, even though I didn't want to. But I internalized that this is the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. If I don't do this, I'm a bad person. Anyway, I'm getting tired. I'm tired of dying. So, I wish the rain would stop, but I haven't. No! Creeper. 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 We're done. I'm done. I think I'm done for now. Now we're in 45 minutes. Good enough for what, the first stream, and like whenever my last stream was. I think we're good. Bye. If anybody stuck around, one person was here for a brief moment, but bye. You will not be able to reconnect. Your stream will stop and